Both U.S. senators from Illinois say they will vote against funding for the Department of Homeland Security and for ICE. Now, if there's no agreement in the Senate, that means we could be headed for a partial government shutdown, of course, just a few months after the longest shutdown in U.S. history. But as NBC5's Rose Schmitz explains, ICE would still be able to carry out its operations.
After the deadly shooting in Minneapolis, there's a standoff over immigration funding.
Right now, I'm not going to vote for another penny to go towards Trump's ICE. I want those funds to be redirected back to local law enforcement.
U.S. Senators Tammy Duckworth and Dick Durbin are both no votes on a government funding package if it includes money for the Department of Homeland Security, which runs ICE and Border Patrol. Their money runs out at the end of the week. Governor Pritzker is calling for the funding to be stopped, and Mayor Brandon Johnson wants ICE abolished altogether. Duckworth wants to see reforms.
Everything from how much training they're getting, which, by the way, they're not getting very much training, I think only like 45 days, which is nowhere near enough, to making sure that there's independent investigation where there's ICE-involved violence.
Republicans will need some Democrats on board to pass the plan, while Democrats want to break the DHS funding out of it. Without a deal, most of the government could shut down, impacting several departments like transportation, housing, and health and human services. The White House wants to avoid that.
We absolutely do not want to see that funding lapse, and we want the Senate to move forward with passing the bipartisan appropriations package that was negotiated on a bipartisan basis.
Even if a shutdown does happen, ICE operations would continue because those workers are required to keep coming to work. So are FEMA, TSA, and Coast Guard employees. ICE would also still have plenty of money because the big, beautiful bill gave ICE $75 billion for detention and enforcement.
I mean, I think the questions about funding go beyond the amount of dollars that are spent. The question is, how are those dollars being spent? And is it really keeping everybody safe?
Republicans are planning a vote for later this week. If there is a shutdown, it would begin Saturday. Rose Schmitz, NBC5 News.
And we asked DHS today about those calls from Illinois leaders to abolish ICE. The department sent a statement to us that reads in part, President Trump campaigned on immigration enforcement. The American people voted for it, and Secretary Noem is delivering.